Welcome. It's Find You Fridays Readings with Lorene, and I'm Lorene, your friendly host and intuitive reader and sharer of knowledge and hints and tips to keep you moving through your day, through your week, through your life, so that you too can just be at ease. Hi, Melinda. My week has been strangely easy. We have had some very light days for my 9 to 5, and in that one day I worked from 11 till 3, so that was kind of nice and a bit strange, and and then there was another day I think I started at it was another 9 till 3, so it was 11 till 3 one day and 9 till 3 the other day, so I was like, sweet. Question marks. Thank you. But yeah, and then today I got to meet up with a friend of mine and we went out to Spotlight, and I got some new strings so that I can do Alex's bracelets that have fallen apart because he wears them so much. And then we went out for coffee, and then I came home and just started working on his bracelets, and he had quite a few. So there's one more to go, but it's a bit of a trickier one because it uses double holes rather than just a single hole. But that's okay. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you have been keeping yourself busy, Melinda, as well. Thank you. So yeah, it's been a very interesting week, and I'm sure people. Hi, Edwina. Yeah, the energies are very different, very, very different at the minute, and I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. So yes. How have you been, Edwina? How's your week treated you this week? Just make sure that's not entirely too loud, because there's nothing worse than getting a big, huge deal throughout the microphone. So we'll just turn that down while we get set up for our weekly reading. So, fun things that I've been learning about. And some of my friends, did I send that to you, Melinda? I don't know that I did. We've been chatting a little bit about it, and it's called the fourth turning. And I did not send that through. Yes, the fourth turning. I tell you what, bloody interesting. So it's based around a book that was written in the 90s, and it talks, just as a brief synopsis, it basically talks about how history repeats itself, sort of, within a roughly 80-year span. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, sometimes it's a little bit shorter, but it's roughly 80 years. And this book is very fascinating. It's by William Strauss and Neil Howe, Howe, and it's called The Fourth Turning, and it's based around America, but you know how Australia is now getting so much like America. It's bloody nuts. And a lot of the same themes that were running through America were certainly running here, and you know, across the ditch in New Zealand, and there's a lot of similarities there. And basically the 80 years is broken up into 4 quarters and 4 quadrants, I should say. And the quadrant we're in now is actually the 4th one, where it's like crisis. And I'm sure you all can know, especially from roughly 2000 to 2023 or 2001 to 2023, we were going through a bit of a rough time. And hi, Catherine. And it was essentially, and some people sort of spoke about it. It was a little bit like having World War III, but it was because it was something that hit the world on a very global scale. And without getting into too much of the politics and all of that sort of thing, how it was handled was very, very similar to how things were handled, say, back in World War II, where it was like this was something that was created not in the people, but it was the people that were made to suffer because of it, because of the decisions being made by politicians, essentially. And the same theme is what was driving World War II. And we are now, coming out of that period of time. But it's still, there's a little bit of hangover period of, what's going on there while we sort of start transitioning into the first quadrant again. And I tell you what, it is so, so exciting to me to listen to this, because it was, like I said, this book was written in the 90s. So well before we got into this current quadrant. And it's like, it's very much a philosophical type book in a lot of ways, but they've looked at the past, they've looked at how these quadrants have played out in the past and gone, wow, what the hell are we going to get in this crisis quadrant this time? We've had this repeating theme for many years. Gosh, what are we going to do? So if you didn't gather, I am very interested. I like history. I like the feel of history. I like knowing history. I'm not great with dates. So when I took history for 2 years, the dates side of it was always a bit of a mystery to me. But the impact of these sorts of social situations upon humanity is what I'm interested in. And so this is why I'm finding this to be very, very fascinating. So there was a couple of videos that I found today. One of them, I'd actually watched a reaction to that one a couple of days ago. And then I was like, And so I watched the original one again, which I had actually seen some time ago, a couple of years ago, I think it was. And it's coming back around again. So I'm guessing it's time for me to really dive in. So I went and bought the book on Audible. It's 19 and a half hours. So to get a book synopsis done in 10 minutes of that was like, whoa. And then I found another video, which was only 4 minutes long. So yeah, it was certainly it's a nice synopsis, but it certainly made me go, I'd like to know more about that, to know how we are tracking as a society. I do firmly believe that we are traveling along a lot quicker than what they have perhaps predicted. That our recovery from the major crisis moment is recovering really, really quickly. And so within the next couple of years, we will be out of the crisis quadrant and we will be moving back into the more peaceful one. So I'm just so excited. It talks about things like how the different generations fit into different quadrants. It talks about, and when you start, and they talk about archetypes and things like that. And I'm just like, hell yeah, that totally makes sense. So yeah, it's a really fascinating, quadrant of work. And I've been sort of looking around a little bit for something different to sink my teeth into for a few weeks now. So it's nice that this has come up. Anyway, hi Shwana. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see you. How lovely to see you nice. Cool. With all of that, my team finally decided which card pack to use. So tell me in the comments there, what books or bodies of work have you been interested in lately? What's sparkling your brains? What's making you think outside of the box? When I'm having a break from metaphysical type stuff or these sorts of things that sort of get your brain thinking, I listen to trashy novels and smutting. I listen to stuff that is totally the opposite. But again, it's still stuff around personalities. People intrigue me, even people in books. I like listening or reading books with a lot of character development, where there's nice amount of challenges and resilience and that sort of stuff. It just, yeah. And if you can throw a little bit of you know what in there too, that's always good. I think 50 Shades are great. Oh, it's fun. All right, so we are now officially in February. Oh my goodness, we've got the 2/2s today. I didn't even register that till just right now. So we're on the 2nd of February, 2024. Whew, feel that. We're in a half moon phase. So it's going to be, any time at the moment to go and get your hair cut is a great time because your hair's growing slower right now. Random facts from other things. So let's have a look, see what this reading from the 3rd of February through to the 9th of February 2024 for the collective, please. How can we best work with these energies moving through into the new moon? Ooh, I always feel like the week before the new moon, time speeds up a lot for me. And I move much faster and much easier in this week. I don't know if it's because the moon has less drag or something in that time. I don't know what it is. But yeah, there's something interesting happens for me at that time. Whee. We got flippy floppy cards today. Hi, Julie. Hi, Sarah. Oh my God. I can't believe you're awake. Everybody, just say hi to Sarah. She's in Canada. Oh my God, she's in Canada. So say hi to Sarah. Oh dear. I was just saying to Alex this morning, the great thing about you being there and me being here is that if you're having a rough night, you can message me because I'll still be awake. Oh, dearie me. Ew. Cool. Oh, this is going to be an exciting week, I think. I love you, ladies. Thank you, Christine. Christine's from the UK. Lisa is from New Zealand. Julie and Melinda are from Aussie. Yay! I'm international superstar. Oh, dearie me. I love it. All right, so for this week coming, we have release what isn't working. And Shwana's in the USA. Oh my God. Thank you, Shwana, for joining us. I had no idea you were in the USA. So for this week to come, near the start of the week, you might be finding that over this weekend, you might be wanting to release a bit of what's not working for you, to let go of the things. Now, let's see what the team is saying specifically. Is it energetic? Is it possessions? Is it people? Oh, people. All right. So be a little bit more selective about who you're spending your time with this week. And perhaps there might be some people that you require to just make a little bit of distance from. But then also bring the people that do work for you, that do light you up, that make you feel good, bring them in a bit closer. Because when we create space, that's wonderful. But then there's a little part of us that kind of freaks out a little bit because we're like, oh my God, I'm all alone. Bring in the people, the fun people, which you'll see further in this reading, and enjoy them some more. At the start of this week, maybe through Sunday, Monday, we've got discover new ways of thinking, open your mind. So new concepts that have perhaps been around before are coming back around to play. Be open to them and have a look at if these concepts have come back around again. I wonder what else is possible there. Why is that? You know, it's like when I see multiple fours now, I know that means I'm on the right track with something, but it needs a bit of a tweak. I require to just sort of maybe step back a little bit, have a look at it from a different perspective. And Alex and I saw there was 4 fours in a row. And I was like, okay, that's a message for you and for me. Like, whatever you're doing today, just take it slow, take it easy, be methodical, and just make sure you're looking at things from an overall point of view rather than being really uptight in the mix of it. So discover new ways of thinking. Don't be afraid of those new ideas coming in and just poo-pooing them straight away. Have a look at them. You might learn something. It's like the other day I learned that there's a difference. There's 2 different types of diesel that are sold at petrol stations here in Australia. I never knew that. I've never been told that before. So there we go. We all learn something new sometimes. Now, this is the exciting card. This is the one for the middle of the week when we're feeling our lowest often, for those of us who do Monday to Fridays or thereabouts. Let your hair down. Delight in the gift of play. So whatever you can do that is going to bring in some playful moments for you, some creative moments, some joyful moments, just get out there and do it. Whether it be like if my friend is going to a party tomorrow and she's like going to take some bubbles with her, like that's brilliant. Do that, you know. So I just bring in some playtime throughout this week. Splatter it out there. Sprinkle it through. The next card that we've got is listen to inner guidance. It says wisdom dwells within. So this is something I'm encouraging you all every week. This is why we do the expanding out tool in every meditation. Sometimes I put it in a little bit earlier in the show, not often, but every now and then if I feel like you guys are really like, we bring it in, because that way you can listen to your inner guidance with so much more ease, because you're not being all clogged up with everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And this is why we have this tool. This is why we use it. This is why we expand out our allowance. We expand out our awareness and our allowance beyond our awareness, because then you can, with total ease, listen to you. You may not always like the messages, and that's okay. We sometimes like to try and manipulate our awarenesses to be the messages that we would like to hear, rather than what is the truth for us. And that's when it's really courageous. It is so courageous of you and brave of you to be able to listen to your messages, to be able to receive them, listen to them, and take them on board. And this is why we do that tool every week. I do it before I come on the show. It's like I'm way out here so I can be clean and clear for you all too. Here we go. Catherine is from Adelaide too. Beautiful. And the next card we've got is release inner tension. Now, this is, of course, heading towards that lovely new moon and move into fluidity. So towards the end of next week, take note of your body. Do a little body scan. check it out. See, where am I a bit tense in my body today? Am I tense in my shoulders? Am I tense in my neck? Am I tense in my chest? Am I tense? Where am I tense? Am I tense in my forehead? And do some work with that. Like, just hold those areas if you can, like, and send it some love. Do the expanding out tool, or just, if you know Reiki, put some Reiki in your hands. Put them on the spots that are sore or achy or whatever. Just give yourself some love. If you don't know Reiki, oh my God, as soon as I say Reiki, my hands are just gone. Oh, you called? All right. So if you don't know Reiki, that's okay too. Pull up that energy from Mother Earth. That's unconditional love. Thank you, Sarah. And pull down Father Sky energy. That's why we bring that tool in there. It's so that you know how to access unconditional love throughout your entire body, anytime, anywhere. You don't need me to tell you how to do that. You don't need me to guide you through that. We do it every week, but you don't have to do that. The only reason I do it every week is so that you guys get practice every week doing it. And you go, oh, yeah, that's right. Lorene said that. Lorene did that bit. Oh, yeah. So towards the end of next week, roughly Wednesday, Thursday, maybe heading into Friday, Thursday, Friday, do a little body scan. Oh, okay, where am I at? What am I? Righty-ho. So there we go. It's going to be a really good week, though, I think. It's going to be a lot of stuff around, just enjoying life, enjoying the flow. And sometimes to enjoy the flow, we have to get rid of some crap. So clear out the crap over the weekend so you can enjoy your week. Let your hair down a little bit on Wednesday, and then be open coming into the new moon. Let's have a look at our yummy card. We have joyous is our theme for the week. Okay, so enjoy being joyous for the week. I hope that helps, my beautiful friends. All right. Hi, Angelita. We have another American in the crew. I was just saying, I'm an international superstar. Love it. All right, Melinda, my love. Can you please pop your question in the chat? It resonates that I'm a superstar, an international. I agree. Totally and utterly agree. I love the delay. It's fun. I'm like Pitbull. Oh dear. I do a mixture. Melinda. So I was just having a look at what episode we're up to. We're up to episode 31. Can you believe it? Season 2, episode 31. Amazing. And I feel very, very fortunate that you all are joining me. For this wonderful journey that we are on. And thank you, Catherine. Thank you. One of these days, you're going to start carnivore. Awesome. Way to go. Love it. Do you know, actually, I would like to talk about that on the show today. So what I'm going to do is preface this by saying I have a beautiful, varied audience here. And I have an audience that has a mixture of diets and preferences. And I wish for you to keep an open mind. Okay. So what Alex and I have been doing for the last 3 weeks is we have been on the carnivore diet. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't say what it was. And we are doing this. It's a very much an elimination diet because Alex suffers from, or previously has been suffering a lot with inflammation and pain and all sorts of things. And so we've basically chosen this path for a couple of different reasons. And one of them is potential weight loss. And the other one is just to see exactly what is irritating the body. And to do that, we've gone to full protein, meat only. The only variation for me is my she bangs, and Alex has a couple of other supplements and things that he chooses from on a day-to-day basis. So far, we've both dropped down in size by more than 6 kilos. I think Alex is over 7. And within the last 3 weeks, my energy levels are very stable. Like, I'll get to the end of the day and it's like it's been a really hard day and stuff. I'm not getting those big drops in energy after eating. And to say that I have to be more organized, yes, definitely. But I'm also only eating essentially 2 meals a day now. I'm not eating breakfast anymore. So there's no fruit, no vegetables, no nuts, no grains of any sort. There's no sugar, there's no alcohol, there's no yogurts, there's like dairy is basically nothing. The only slight little bit of dairy that I do have is if I'm feeling particularly hungry when I get home, I will have one thin slice of cheese, of like Colby cheese or something, or tasty cheese, just to get me over that hump. But I'll always have water first. I can still have my black coffee, my herbal teas, but I can't have fruit teas at the moment because it has fruit. I can't have a lot of the stuff that is got like little bits of sweetener and stuff in it. Even carob, because carob is a nut. I can't have that, like things with carob in it. So my spicy Bengal tea, I can't have that at the moment. I'm like, no. But you know what? The benefits far outweigh the rest of it. I thought I'd miss the fruit. I thought I'd miss the veggies. I'm really not. And it's just made me have to be way, way, way more creative. So there we go. And yet there's one of my friends up in Queensland, and all she eats is fruit. And she's had similar results. She dropped weight really, really quickly. And it works for her. So this is what I'm saying. Keep an open mind. The food pyramid doesn't work for everybody. And just like healing modalities, not everything is going to work for everybody. These readings that I do are only one possibility of millions that's open to you. At the end of the day, it is your choice. It is your body. And you have to do what is going to work for you. Try different things, see what your body's awareness is like, going, yeah, actually, yeah, I'd like to try that. Or actually, you know what, that doesn't fucking work for me. And that's okay too. It's like we don't all have to agree on the same thing all the time. And that's the beauty of living in the human world. And I really, really appreciate that we have so many different people in this Find You Fridays group that is so varied in your experiences and what you can bring to the table. It makes me feel very privileged to sit here and chat with you and be with you and to share the things that I'm picking up along the way, and to hope that maybe that lands for one or two of you too. And if it lands for all of you, oh my God, that's amazing. But if it doesn't, that's okay too. All right, back to Melinda. So, in case anybody didn't know, it was also Melinda's birthday this week. So Melinda is definitely one of the February Fridays. I love it. My little wordy sister. So everybody wish Melinda a belated happy birthday for me, because she got my birthday message at some ridiculous time of night. Okay, Melinda's team. Who would you like to play with? Would you like to play with those ones today? Capricorn. Nope, Aquarius. Her birthday was the 30th. So it was Tuesday. There you go. Extra happy birthdays for you. Thanks, ladies. You guys are so sweet. Christine, how did your week treat you, hun? Oops. I also think I might have missed some messages further back up. So let me just double check that. Cool. No, I'm all good. Awesome, Christine. That's fantastic. I love it. Love a good organization moment. Oh, Melinda, I went to that NQR shop. I think, oh no, maybe I wasn't talking about that with you. I might have been talking about that with one of my clients. But anyway, to everybody, there's a new sort of cheaper grocery store that's opened up in Mount Barker, and it's called NQR. And most of the stuff I can't buy, but I did pick up some new cleaning stuff. It's called that pink stuff, or the pink stuff. So happy, because I've been seeing it on like YouTube and stuff like that. There's a lovely lady that I've been following for a while. She's a cleaning lady who lives in Canada, and she's actually a psychologist during the week, and on the weekends she does free house cleans for people who are like hoarders and stuff. Hi Taylor, lovely that you're back. And I'm just so excited because she uses it all the time with her scrub daddies, and I'm just like, huh, yay, I finally found it, and I didn't have to order it on the internet. So I picked up some of that today. And I'm a bit of a stationery fiend. Like, stationery shops are really bad for me, or rather bad for my bank balance. Love my stationery. And I ended up getting a couple of new pens and like permanent markers that were in pastel shades, and I'm like, oh yay. And some new foam tape because I make cards and things like that. So yeah. All right, Melinda, let me have a look at this. Cool. Righty-ho, Linda. So your team is asking you to remember who you are, please. And remember, you are not the sum total of your experiences. Yes, they add to the flavor, but you are not your past. You are who you are now. And who you choose to be in the future is not dictated by who you were in the past either. So it's also about remembering, they're saying to me, it's beyond that. It's beyond your future. It's beyond your past. This is asking you to remember the star child within. And they're asking you to start tapping in more deeply into who you truly are, not who you think you are. So you'll be able to access those spaces more and more the more you continue to do the Ho'oponopono and the other forms of clearing that you do and all that sort of stuff. It's all taking you back to that 0 point, the no thing, the space of the no thing, which is the space of you being the star child. And back to that space of inspiration. So they're asking you to keep going with that and just remember that it's not about the you that you think you are. So every time you go into those spaces or places where you're thinking, oh, I can't do that because, have a look. What limiting point of view have you got in there that you're aligning and agreeing with? And then ask yourself, where did that actually come from? Because you might find that that limiting point of view is not yours. It might very well be someone else's. And it's time to let it go. Victory! We love this card when it comes out. Yay to the victory. So this is about saying all the things that you have been working on, all the training and the courses and the classes and the working and the practice and the letting go of all that old shit is it's working. Good work. Keep going. They're saying, please keep going. You're doing great. Okay. As you keep tapping into your inner self, your inner knowing, you know what to do. So this one is about trusting your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Okay. So when we release those interesting points of views, those old belief systems, the things that are implants from other people, from society, from family, from, our childhood groups, our childhood perception on things, when we release that stuff and we can be clean and clear within what we know as us, we know instinctively, without delay, what to do in any situation. So you're getting to the point now where you cannot say anymore when it comes down to an intuitive answer to something, I don't know, because you do. You do know. And that's what this card is saying. You do know. You know what to do. And it's about having the courage to follow your awareness and your intuition. You're doing it. You're doing a really great job. Remember? Victory! Now it's really time to ramp up the trust in you. The next one that we've got is relationship harmony. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Okay, so you know what this is about. I don't get it's to do with your dad, though. this is the other things that's going on in your life. So just trust that as you continue to do this work on yourself, while you continue to do your Ho'oponopono and the other clearing work, and you use your sprays and your crystals and all the other things that you do, that stuff around those other people will be resolving. Okay? Just trust it. Don't keep digging up the seed to see if it's growing. As a gardener, you know that that's not how you check to see if things are growing. You trust that it's growing. You feed it the water. You make sure it's getting enough sunshine. You make sure it's got the drainage. You make sure it's got enough crap. I mean, fertilizer. The stuff to make it grow. You keep nurturing it and nourishing it and what it requires. And then things will keep moving. Okay? But the first thing is patience. How funny is that? So your dreams are blossoming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Okay? So, like I said just before, don't dig up that seed. Don't pick at the scab to see if it's healing. Trust that it is. Keep doing the work on yourself. Keep nourishing yourself, and you'll be all goodly doodly. If you have those moments where you feel like digging up the seed or scratching the scab, write it down. We've got creative writing sitting here, but this is very much about whatever is going on up here, whatever those interesting points of views are, whatever the belief systems are, write them down, particularly this week. Write it down so that then by the end of this week, where you're hitting this one, you can go and do a ceremony where you can burn the bloody things. Get rid of them that way. Okay? Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, you taking these wacky doodle thoughts that are in your head right now about the situations, certain people, and you're allowing them to be written down, taken out of your brain, out of your mind, out of your thinky stinky mind, and going, and then you can go, fire, gone. Be safe, because we are, of course, in fire ban season. Be safe. But that's what your team is asking you to do. Right, now, let me have a look at this. Oh, this does not surprise me, because this is your birthday reading, even though it's a few days later. It's a belated birthday reading. So we have the blessing of the ever young. Okay. Isn't that a beautiful, stunning card? I just love these cards. These are my fairy cards by Lucy Cavendish. So the fairy gift of joyous energy that flows all the days of your life, whether you be young or an elder with many years behind you. Let the gift of the ever young be yours this day, friend. The blessing of the vitality that runs through the veins, the ability to move freely and joyfully, the sense that there are many years before you and that your energy is flowing strong and sweet in veins and heart and brain and limbs. You will be able to do so much more when the blessing of the ever young is yours. It is not that we deny aging, the fairies say, for we are ancient, yet we are ever young too. It is possible to be an elder, to grow older a little each day, yet be vital, full of life, full of the flow of life, be able to be who you are without infirmary or fatigue or aches or troubles. These may come and go, but with this blessing, this pure gift comes to you. Let the fairies assist you and move you through your energy field, clearing all that troubles the parts of you so that your sun becomes youthful and glowing and with your own natural energy once again. For you, human child, were loved when you were small, and now that you are growing older, the Fae love you still and will lend to you an energy that belongs to the whole world and which must not be denied to you. very blessings of the ever young to you, friend. That's a big happy birthday. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you so much, Melinda, for your continued contribution to Find You Fridays. You are an incredible part of this group, and I'm so proud and happy to have you here. You were and still are one of the originals from this. You're one of the Richie Diggies of my Find You Fridays. You were there on my very first show, and you're still here now, and that's, to me, is just so special, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you. So thank you, Melinda. All right. Cool. All right, Edwina, you have paid a little donation there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Edwina, could you please pop, because of course, for all of you who are new to the show, remembering that the people who pay for an extended reading always go to the top of the list. Okay. So, Edwina, could you pop your question in the chat, please? Thank you. All righty. So Melinda's just said that she did a past life regression ages ago and had a life as Faye. Thank you so much for this beautiful reading, and I am very grateful to you and your guidance. You're welcome, my darling. Cool. I just love how the cards just come out in whatever packs they wish. Your team steps into my space and they go, I would like that one, thank you. And I'm so grateful that your teams just are so respectful of each other. They know that, you know, when it's the next person, the first team, they go out, the next team comes in. It's like, hi. Love it. It's like, how did I get so lucky to be able to commune with so many people's teams? Because all of your teams are incredibly special and precious. And it's a real privilege to me to be able to commune with your teams for a little bit. So thank you. Got some warmth happening with you, Edwina. Firing up. Getting fiery in your days. What's that about? Okay. Leanne. Tired and flat and you're feeling better now. That makes sense as to, because I was just checking out this, because the spot here was doing some funny things, which is the healing bar. Oh, cool. So, Truth, have you been going through a little bit of a bio upgrade, my love? I'm getting a sense of a yes on that one. Let's see what your awareness is. How's your week been, Leanne? Cool. Yeah. And there's some lower back stuff going on there too. Awesome. Cool. Let's see what your cards are saying. Cool. All right. So your first part of your reading, your team is saying it's not necessarily what's written on this card that is important. It's the image. So the image here, as you can see, is a lady, an angel, and she's lying down and she's resting. So this is about your ear chakras, but they're saying it's not necessarily what they're asking you to do. So they are asking you to rest, and that some more rest is still required. They're saying that they know it's tricky for you with the little ones and all, but as much as you can, when you can, please rest. Your body is going through a really interesting upgrade at the moment, and you're going to require more rest. Okay. And they just said those hand positions are actually important as well. So her hand is here, but it's actually coming back to the base of her skull. Okay, so back around here. So they're showing me this because I know access bars. So there's an area that goes between your ears. If you imagine there's a band that comes back around here. And what you do is you hold your hand on that band. This is why little kids do it a lot. When they fall asleep, they go like this, right? Because they're actually energetically releasing all the stuff that all the energies that they've been surrounded with, that they're like, this isn't important to me. So that's why they do that. They're not doing it because it's just comfy. They're doing it because they're an intuitive little buggers and they know exactly what they're doing. So that what the image is saying is, please have one hand behind here and the other one on your low belly area. Okay, they're saying that that's a really important position for you when you're resting. So do some, like, if you want to do meditations, lying down meditations and that sort of thing, and connect deeply. So you don't have to know any specific body processes or anything. What they're showing me is asking you to imagine unconditional love coming up from Mother Earth, swirling, coming up through your center part, like your heart, coming up around through the back of your head, going down your back, crossing over and going through your belly, and then coming down to like your base chakra, and then coming up like a figure 8. Okay, so they're asking you to do that, but pay particular focus on that area on the back of your head and your belly, and that will help to shift a lot of this energy. The reason they have shown me that is this next card is the release card. Okay, these energies that are asking to be released, that can only be released energetically. You are the one to do this. You don't necessarily need to go to anybody else to do it. But it's something that you can do, even if it's just for a few minutes. Like, it's not like you have to be there for an hour and a half or anything like that. Do a little bit when you can. Okay, take those small moments and rest when you can. Do that process when you can, and just imagine bringing Mother Earth energy up and then swirling it around, doing the figure 8. Okay, and keep that moving. You can do this. All right. It's pretty easy. Just imagine it going around. And even if you don't necessarily believe it, just trust in the process. It's what your team is telling me. It's not a process that I have picked up from anything else or anyone else, or I've not learned that process. This is exactly what your team has told me. Okay. Your next thing that they are asking for you to do is it's called a God box, but to be honest, it's a very similar message to what Melinda just had, of writing down your stuff that no longer serves you, the things that you're worrying about, the thinky, stinky stuff that's going around the front of your brain. Write it down and then release it. However you release it, whether it is, in written form, and then you put it in a box and pretend it's gone up to the angels or God or whatever, whether you bury it in the ground, whether you burn it, whether you wash it out to sea, whatever works for you to release that stuff. It's time. Okay, you've got a lot of release work happening at the moment, and that's why you're being asked to rest. That's why their first message was you have to rest. Okay, so what this is doing, what this whole upgrade is doing, is bringing you back, or bringing you forward as such, to remembering that you are indeed an earth angel, that your work is about the earth, that your contribution in this lifetime, your most important purpose, is the earth. There is a connection there that you are being asked to nourish more. And this process is going to keep opening you up to being that. And this can show up in all sorts of different ways. It can show up as being a conservation activist, to go to the extreme side of things. It can also be all the way back through to just connecting down with Mother Earth and just sending healing every single day through Mother Earth, similar to the process that we did last week. All those processes that are possible, both physical and emotional and energetic, are all important. There's not just one way to show this up in the world. So whatever works for you, whether it be a conservation activist, whether it be moving into something more along those lines, where it's really getting into like a grassroots community-based type stuff, even down to things like, working in, say, an op shop or something like that, or a recycling place where you are literally helping to save the planet a little bit more at a time because you're contributing to the ability to people to recycle. There's all sorts of ways of doing it. You're also doing it by teaching your kids to recycle and be their own little earth angels. Connecting in with Mother Earth, though, that is really, really important. Okay. This upgrade is going to bring you way more in line with your integrity. So this upgrade will align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. And so often we have adopted belief systems and points of views that are our family, our society that we grew up in or have moved into, that sort of thing. But they're not ours. They're not our belief systems. So this particular upgrade is going to be a bit of more of a shocking thing. That's why it's sitting back in here. Okay, because this is where all of the beliefs, a lot of the belief systems and points of views that we've been imprinted with from others in this lifetime, all the lifetimes back, they sit and rest in there. And that's why that particular process is coming up. Okay. What a surprise. Your yummy card is Journey. What a surprise. So that's why. Okay, you said that the back of your head and neck is sore. That's why. So when we have a lot of energy that is asking to be released, it will get really, really sore. So that's when we just got to give it some love, give it some love, give it some more love, and just keep giving it love until it's done. So this is a journey for you, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to challenge you because you're going to be asked to take even greater care of you, as well as all the other things that you currently do. It is certainly an interesting one to go on, especially when you're a mum and you've got lots of responsibilities and things. So I wish you the best, absolute best of luck with your current upgrade. And I hope that it moves through quickly and easily for you so that you can get on with doing whatever it is as an earth angel that you desire and feel drawn to do. Thank you so much, Edwina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Cool. All right, so just remembering everybody that if you would like an extended reading, that they will always take preference over random questions in the chat, because that's how we roll. All right, so what I would like to do now, oopsie daisy. Today is the 2nd of February. Can you even believe it? What does the 2nd of February say? Priyanka, yes, I do readings, and that's why it says readings with Lorene. So as we have no other donations just yet, I would like to encourage you, my beautiful friends, to to clear your mind. Clear your mind. Ooh, Christina, you can still clear your mind too. Christine, sorry. So Christine, pop your question in the chat, please, and then we can have a look at that. Then I can come back and do what I was going to do. So while we're waiting for Christine to pop her question in the chat, because she's amazing and she just put it through a donation, so I'm so grateful, so grateful. And Find Your Fridays is grateful, and Crafting Possibilities is grateful, and this room is grateful for all of you. I'm going to ask you all now to just take a big deep breath in. And now take a big deep breath out. And now we're going to ask you to take another big deep breath in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up your body. And now I'm going to ask you to take another big deep breath out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother Earth energy all the way up again. And Father Sky energy all the way down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. That was a nice expanding out. A little bit of energy. Okay, Christine's actually already popped her question in there, but she's smart because she's just paid as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's have a look and see what your team would like to do, Christine. What would they like to play with? Okay, we've got one of those in there. Cool. Oh, we got the big guns. This is the one that all my Aussie friends love when I do it because it's the animal tarot. And the animal tarot is really amazing. It's big. It's a big dick. And I know you guys all think I'm saying something different. All you lovely Aussies out there. She's like, oh my God, she said. But no, I said a big dick. Oh, it is. It's absolutely huge, and it's tricky to shuffle. So compared to my other cards, for example, which are much easier, there's a big difference. Let's see how we go. I still had to laugh, Melinda, at that lady going through the window. Oh my gosh, that English lady. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Oh, that's a bit of a rock and roll up my shoulder. A lovely English lady trying to get into her own house, I imagine. Maybe just a touch on the tiddly side. Oh, Christine. Some interesting stuff going on with the shoulder there, isn't there? What is that? It's like it feels like obviously there's a lot on your shoulders right now. But I knew I'd need that book today. Oh. That's because you've got a wicked sense of humor. Okay, 99. Yeah, conniptions is a really good word for that one. Oh dear. All right, Christine. I've got because the shoulders are being a bit funky and it feels like there's like this feeling throughout the shoulder blade area. So I've just gone. My belated had a cryptic sense of humor. I missed that much. Okay, so just for those of you who haven't seen the video yet, because Facebook has been trying to pull it down because it's a bit rudy, whatever. So there's a lady holding onto a camera, like her phone, obviously. There's another lady, there's two ladies by the outside windows, but the window's quite high up. It's open, but it's high up. And one of the ladies thinks it's a really great idea to just climb in through the window, but she's wearing a strapless dress that's like one of those elasticated ones through the bodice. And as she goes up and over, she gets a little bit stuck, but also her dress gets stuck on the windowsill, on the window as she's going through, and she completely ends up flopping her boobs to the whole world. So there she is, dangling upside down, fully exposed in her boobs. And her friends standing outside going, oh my God, she's doubling over. I'm sure she nearly peed herself laughing. She's like, oh my God, I just can't. Oh my God. So the lady ended up managing to sort of twist her leg around a little bit. So she then flopped inside. You could see her. She was trying to pull her dress up and she couldn't because it was stuck on the window. It was absolutely hilarious. It was only like 1 minute long. It was great. Hi, Lynn. How are you, my darling? Yes, so funny. One of my friends said that they reckon I could be out getting up to those kinds of shenanigans, and I'm like, I wouldn't be wearing a strapless dress to start off with. Probably would, though. I probably would climb in through a window if I needed to. All right. Carrying the world on your shoulders, holding on to too much strain, stress, and worry, feeling insecure, unsure, frightened, overwhelmed, sad, rejected, distrustful, discouraged, easily hurt. Droopy shoulders indicate a lack of joy, fun, seriousness, and focusing on problems rather than solutions. So the emotions to work with are stress, worry, fear, overwhelm, and hurt. And the colors to work with are green, yellow, and blue. So one of the quick exercises that you can do to help release is to take a deep breath in, tighten your shoulders. So go, and then go, and hold it for like 5 seconds, and your breath, and then exhale slowly. And completely relax your neck and shoulders. So you do this several times until they feel lighter. Then rotate your right shoulder in a circular motion to the front for 15 seconds, and then rest for 15 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Do the same rotation towards the back, and then repeat it for the left shoulder. So there we go. Thank you, Ina Segal. The Secret Language of Your Body, people. Bloody awesome book. There's a whole other stuff in there around the shoulders, but that's the bits I pulled out for you tonight. All right, let me have a look at these cards now. Okay, so okay, that's to do with this boards. Okay. Boards. Tools. Life. Okay. What else are you asking me about there? Okay. All right, I'm just going to organize these slightly differently to how they came out so that it makes it a bit easier for me. Cool. So to start off with, we are going to have a look at your board exam. So the first card that came out is the Nine of Spring, which is the Gazelle. Okay. And this one here says you've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. So what I'm seeing here is, yes, please go ahead, do your final exams, and, you know, don't worry about the fact that you took a break from it for a little bit. Go back, finish it off, do that part of the process. This is something you're obviously quite passionate about, and for you to be able to get to the point where you are with it, so go do your board exam, go do the things that you need to do to finish it off. When you do that, this is where the next card comes up. There's someone that's going to come into your world that is going to, so it says you may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. So this is, they said that this is particularly in regards to you doing your exams, okay, doing that board exam. A warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful is the Penguin and the King of Summer. So let me see, you're in winter now. So this is possibly going to be in the summertime that this person will come into your world. So we've got the Nine of Spring and then summer. Okay, so you've got to do your exam, and then the next stage, the next step, the next person is actually going to just kind of magically appear into your world. Whether it comes through because of a job you've applied for or something like that, maybe it's a mentoring type program, something like that that's going to be going on. And is there baby penguins, children? Yes. Okay, because the adult, their mentors the little ones. Okay, so there's going to be somebody that pops into your world that you're going to be able to, in regards to the training and all the stuff that you've done, that will help you move forward for this next part of your world. All right. Cool. So the family business, I'm gathering, is your belated mother's rentals. So interestingly, your team's really curious. So we've got the Four of Winter, which is the koala. And this one here says, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. Okay. Now that I've read that, that makes a hell of a lot more sense for the next one. Okay. So they're saying, stop doing the monkey mind thing. Go to your heart. Please use your awareness of what's going to create more. So do the expanding out tool and then tap into your heart and just see and use those tools like we did last week of truth. What will it create if I continue to do, or whenever it was that you were asking about that renter lady? What will it create in 100 years if I choose to do this? Truth, what will it create in 100 years if I choose to not do that? And start working on using your awareness. Your developing of your awareness skills and tapping into your awareness skills is actually going to help you in the future with your career as well. So the stuff, you know, that you're setting for your boards and the state boards and all of that sort of stuff, because of what you're getting into, the area that you're going to be going into, your intuition is going to come in really, really useful. So this is actually a fabulous, so this, I mean, the rentals is actually going to be a fabulous training ground for you to practice using your intuition. Whether you hold on to the rentals, whether you let them go, whether you sell them, all that sort of stuff, whether you get a real estate agent in to manage them for you, a property manager, whatever, however you guys work over there. All of these are different options. So I'm just being reminded of the weekly reading that we had, where it said near the start of the week to be open to new ideas. So there's going to be some other options that are going to come in around your mum's rentals. The next card, I was like, why on earth are you showing me the unicorn and the magician? I don't understand. And it says, there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So what if the rentals don't have to be stressful? What if they don't have to be as big a burden as perhaps what you think they are? Like I said before, it is a training ground for you tapping into the magic within. So come back to that space of gratitude, come back to that space of gratitude for your mum, for, you know, and all the effort that went into creating these rentals, for having them in your portfolio, for, you know, all the things that to do with them. And just know you always have choice. That's the magic. You always have choice. And the cool thing about the magician is that, again, alchemy, as you've just said, it's the alchemy of the magician. You're able to pull in all sorts of the different elements of whatever is required for that situation. And that can be different people. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Okay. All right. Alrighty. This card here is about life. This I was like, oh my God, I have to reorganize these cards because they were a little bit spread out. So I had to ask, you know, and this one was kind of like, it's not to do with the studies. It's not to do with the rentals. What is this? And they were like, it's life. And this is about the Nine of Summer, and it's the Pomeranian dog. And it says, now is the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that is still yet to come. And what I got told is, get out of your thinky, stinky mind. Stop being up here. Like, yes, that's your smart brain. That's a good space to be in. But it's also your ego and is working from past experience. Okay. And so it's saying, please stop going round and round and round in circles. Stop. Just get out of the habit of overthinking and start trusting that things are going to work out. Yes, you still have to be pragmatic. Yes, you still have to do things. Yes, you still have to go physically set your exams and maybe contact a property manager. But even with that, if you don't have one at the moment, use your intuition as to who you should pick. Okay? And then work on trusting that process. And this, be a bit more fluffy. Be a bit more soft in your approach. And you'll be amazed at what can happen. Okay? And keep bringing in those levels of gratitude. Gratitude is going to be your very, very, very best friend. Spend that time. And when you do gratitude, don't just say, I'm grateful for my car. Don't say that. I'm grateful for my car. What are you grateful for your car for? I'm grateful for my car because It allows me to get to all the places that I require for work, to go and have fun with my friends, to shop, to get nourishment for my body. I'm grateful for you, car. I'm grateful for my car for running so well. Even all the work that I do with my car and all the work that she does for me, I'm so grateful for her. You've got to add that because. I am grateful for blah, blah, blah because. And that will just boost your gratitude through the roof. Oh, goodness, thank you. Okay. And your theme for the next little while is going to be purification. Morning, Anna. So, Christine, it's time to get rid of old points of views and belief systems that are clogging up your brain and not allowing you to think and tap into your intuition. This next phase that we are going into is going to be one where we are required to use our intuition. That's what I've been feeling for the last 3 to 4 years. And that's why all of these older systems, older ways of thinking are very rapidly leaving. And people are going, oh my God, that happens so quickly. Like I'm manifesting things really quickly, or I'm alchemizing or I'm actualizing things really, really fast. It's like, yeah, because you changed the way you think. You stopped thinking so hard. You started trusting. You started trusting yourself. Yawning when I'm in this space, Anna, is actually about moving energy. So not sleepy at this stage. It's just about moving energy. So because I'm a kinesthetic healer, I tend to feel the stuff in my body that's going on with other people. And then I can often start moving it for them through my body, which is really cool. Okie dokie. Christine, I hope that helps. So yes, go do your exams, do the things that light you up the most, and tapping into your awareness, fabulous, 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 and just lighten up. Be fluffy. Get down with your boogie self. Good, because what is in me, Anna, possibly is in you too, which it possibly has come through from, in this case, Christine, because that's who I was reading for. So that's why these shows are so potent, because even though I'm doing a reading for someone else, quite often it resonates for other people too. And that's where you're all contributing to each other's growth and healing. And that's the beauty of it. So I love doing these things because, and for those of you who stick around and you listen and you might pick up some extra little bits of information, hints or tips or whatever. So it is catching, and that's because we're all releasing energy. Whatever it is that we all held that was the same energy, we're all releasing it. So how beautiful is that? So congratulations. Welcome. All right. That's enough of the cards for now. Let us get into gratitude readings. Yay! I love my gratitude readings. They're so much fun. So you guys know the deal. To those of you who have been around for a long time, please pick a number. The first number that pops into your head between 1 and 88, inclusive of 1 and 88. Pop it in the chat right now. And hey, whatever doesn't resonate, hey Anna, you just get to let go. was brilliant. I love it. Alrighty, Julie, 71. I don't think I've had 71 quite some time. Oh, cool. Okay, Julie, reflective brightness. She walks along in her own little world, humming a tune, remembering a love now lost, looking up to see her new love, her smile a shining beacon to be returned by one just as bright. The old is gone but not forgotten, the new unwittingly making her soul sing. And if you remember, at the bottom of each of these poems, there's a little blurb that I've written. And this one is, I feel, more important for, for what you are asking about. This one came out of a beautiful walk to the park with a boy I was boarding with. There wasn't any new love as such at that time, more of an energy I could perceive. I remember the sun was beginning to set, and it was a beautiful hue of oranges and yellows, and the street lights were just beginning to come on, and I caught myself humming to myself, which I hadn't done in many months, and I smiled at the new possibilities. So, Julie, what is it that you haven't done in quite some time that makes you smile, that makes you hum, that makes you feel good, that you could choose to do maybe over the weekend? And that will just bring you some really beautiful lightness into your world. Get the sense there's sometimes a little bit too much seriousness because my form and structure bars are going off a bit bonkers at the moment. So, and particularly as I was reading that, it's like there's just a little bit too much form and structure, not enough hopes and dreams going on. And it's like it's almost like the form and structure in your world is preventing your hopes and dreams from being seen. So tapping into that lighter, brighter, more fun side of you, the things that make you feel good, even if it is for someone else, it's okay. Like me repairing Alex's bracelets today, that made me feel good because I was being crafty, right? And I love working with my hands. I love creating things for people and for myself. So to me, that was something that made me feel great today. What is that thing for you? What is something small, something simple that you can do for you that will just make you go, I did that today? It doesn't have to be something big. It could be just sitting down and doing some coloring in, or I don't know, what makes you smile? Making, I don't know, piece of fairy bread. Don't know where that came from, but anyway, these are all different things that can bring us a lot of joy. Perhaps it's going for a walk to the park and just touching the trees. Whatever it is, please go do some. Thank you for choosing. Christine. Thank you, Julie. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that you've been sick. Oh, yes. Find that little thing that can make you smile. and bring a bit of brightness into your world. Okay. Sending lots of love to you, Julie. 35, Christine. Wow. Oh, hello, Leanne. Leanne, if you pick the first number that pops into your head between 1 and 88, I'll be able to do a quick reading for you and a few people. All right. So, Christine, the secret: with you, by you, I'm for you. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I want to feel you. Hands, lips, legs, wrapped in desire, blood coursing, heart pumping, sweat forming, peace, laughter, and pain wrapped into one. Daylight comes, secret smiles, craved embraces, pre-planned rendezvous, watching, waiting, listening for footsteps, knowing they're not yours, but hoping anyway. So while this on the surface seems to be like a poem about a rather tortured affair, for you, Christine, I actually get that this is something to do with the person who has passed over. And that was the immediate thing, because it was the first little line, first little stanza of going, with you, by you, I'm for you. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I want to feel you. It was like this message is coming in from someone that has passed. Perhaps it's your mum. And she's like, okay. And she's like, hey, I'm here for you. You might think I'm not, but I'm here. And whether you had a great relationship with your mum or not in, her living time, in her spiritual time, she's softened a lot. She just said that she was pretty hard as a mum. And she's wishing to connect with you in a much softer way now. Yeah. Okay. So just know she is there. She's willing to help you and contribute to you. So you can even ask her for help with the rentals. You can ask her to assist you with knowing who and what to do with them. Because you might be sitting there going, you've left me with this thing. I don't know what to do with these. What the hell do you want me to do? But at the same time, you're not listening. Okay? So it's about lowering those barriers, open up your mind a bit to the fact that she can hear you, she is here for you, and she is willing to contribute to you. Okay? You're welcome. Anna Sargent. Gosh, you guys are bringing out all the steamy ones today. Let's see where we go with this one. Here's hoping. The sweat of our bodies, the entanglement of our legs, the interlocking of our pleasure. We are as one for only a short, joyous moment, but we separate on a natural high and lay clasped together like a lock and key. Okay, Anna. There's a lot of karmic stuff that is going to be coming up in February. In this month that we're in right now, there's a lot of stuff around old karmic relationships, including romantic relationships. So what I'm seeing here is, is please don't get swept up in the hot and heavy. Please, and I'm interesting. I'm feeling it through my jaw now. It's like in my gums almost. just have a look at some old relationships that you maybe have had, or interactions where you think, God, what the hell was going? No, run for the hills. Just make sure that you're clean and clear. Make sure that what you are choosing in your life is not from a space of fear. It's from a space of open-heartedness. And when you are doing it from this, when you're choosing people to interact with from that space of open-heartedness, you'll be able to find the person, and the person that is the most in alignment with that will come to you. But when you're working from a space of fear and resistance and reaction, that's what you're going to attract. Okay? So then you'll get caught up in the hot and heavy, and it'll fizzle out really, really quick. Okay? So it's not that they're all toxic. Definitely not. But that's one of your limiting points of views that you've got at the moment. So if you believe that they're all toxic, that's exactly what you're going to see and receive, because that's your filter. So you're going to have to work on, what is that filter? Where has it come from? Why do I have it? And now am I ready to release it? Okay. And that filter can be something that's come through from your childhood. It may have come through from I love your sense of humor. So if you don't wish to have a relationship, you can just choose not to have a relationship. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. In saying that, I don't get that that's the case. I get that there's been a lot of hurt and heartache in your world, but your body is still requiring some loving and nurturing and hot and heavy moments, which can absolutely come. I'm quite honestly a serial relationshipist. Being single is not scary for me. I don't mind being single. Single is fine. I just really enjoy sharing my life with someone else. And so I find I had to do a lot of work to be able to get to a point where I can now receive my beautiful man that I have now. And so did he. He had to do a shit ton of work too, so that he could receive me. If we had gotten together like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we would have been terrible for each other. Absolutely terrible. It wouldn't have worked at all, because we were still working through our own crap. We had a lot of healing to do. We had to move a lot of points of views and belief systems within ourselves, so that we could be in our hearts, we could be open, we could be clear, we could come together with, kindness and compassion and nurturing and gratitude and love and unconditional love. And with the allowance of the other person for who they be, so that we could then complement each other. We don't complete each other, we complement each other really well. He has a lot of skills that I don't have, and I have a lot of skills he doesn't have, but there's still enough overlap in the middle. This room originally was his. He is a Reiki master. He's also an intuitive reader. So these are things that we overlap with really, really well. But that wouldn't have been enough 3 years ago. So this is where we sit. Okay? Watch out for those interesting points of views and belief systems. They'll trip you up every single time. Thank you for coming to play, Anna. Edwina. Oh, how about when your team steps in? So, again, remember that upgrade that we were talking about? Let's see where we go with this. Gratitude, the space between seconds. Stumbling through life, hints of awareness whisper, only to be discounted or made wrong. Hoping and wishing something else is possible. Gleaning information, slowly gaining ground and pace, shaking off the shackles and lies. Creating a brand new existence where knowing and awareness pulse. Seeing what is and what isn't with clarity. Playing with choice and expansion. Becoming more at ease. Falling in love with true self. Seeing the molecules. Perceiving the energy flows. Receiving different beings. Creating new possibilities. Embracing gratitude. Flowing into and through the space between seconds. So what I'm got for you, Edwina, is you're about at the point with you're seeing what is and what isn't with clarity, and you're playing with choice and expansion. You're moving into becoming more at ease, and you're not quite, but you're getting there. You're starting to just tickle the edges of falling in love with true self. So you've moved through quite a lot of the process already, and now it's getting into the more yummy parts of what's to come. So please remember the stuff that you've already been through. You've been through that. You don't have to go through that again. That's the beauty of it. You've been through it that time. It's okay. It's done. Keep looking at the now and moving forward. Okay? Because the magic of what's coming is so excited for you. I really truly am. And I'm really excited to see just how all of that unfolds for you. You're at this beautiful point of your journey where it's like you're just you're just there. You've done the hard work of pushing up through the ground and opening up and, being aware of the sun and the rain and all the things. And you just about opening up and blossoming. You're right there. So keep trusting in the process. Keep just being an allowance of it as well. And you'll be right. And just surround yourself with lots and lots of love. Okay? You'll get there. Just checking on Anna's. Cool. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for that information. Hard external and a soft inside. I've built barriers to protect myself from being hurt. I struggle with trust most and have been, cheated, controlling, and toxic. Yeah, I get it. My hard external was wrapped up in a smiley, sparkly face. But it was hiding a control freak. It was hiding a frightened control freak. It was hiding somebody who didn't know who to trust, because I had been raised by narcissistic people. I had been married to a narcissist gaslighter who had borderline personality disorder. I had narcissistic stuff all around me all the time. Workmates, or colleagues rather, they weren't mates. Just all sorts. And it leaves an imprint. It definitely leaves an imprint. My first husband he cheated just about the whole way through our entire relationship, but I didn't know until the end. And I was with him for 7.5 years. So I learned a lot though. And the one piece of advice or hint I would give to you, Anna, that really started me softening those barriers was the choice to be happy. I made a very distinct demand and choice of myself, to the universe, to be happy. I didn't care what it looked like. I didn't care how it happened. I was choosing to be happy because I'd spent so long being unhappy. I was a people pleaser. I was brilliant, absolutely brilliant at knowing everybody else's timetables and birthdays, and I was a fantastic organizer of everything and everyone else, right from primary school age, because I had to be. That was how I kept the peace. That was how I kept things running along smoothly, so I didn't have to deal with anger, because that was my trigger. That was the thing that hurt the most, was anger, because energetically it hurt me. So I tried to avoid it at all costs, which meant putting myself last, putting my happiness last. So that was the very, very beginning of my journey, back when I was about 27, 28, was the choice to be happy. I'm grateful for you too, Edwina. Do I still have people doing it? So sure, narcissistic people are around, but they're not around me so much. And if they are, they tend to leave my space very quickly these days. Thank you for asking, Nicole. Yeah, I sniff them out really quick. And like there was a company that I was doing some work for just recently, and one of their staff members is narcissistic massively. And I was able to give the people there just a couple of little handy hints. But I don't do any work for that company anymore. So yeah. But yes, it's fun. Catherine, 43 for you. Paths and fate. Okay, before I read this, there's a phrase that we use in that is used in Access Consciousness, and it's a bit of a mind warper, but it seems to apply to this particular poem. For you, is everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And I'll leave that there and carry on. After all these years, could it be so? Could I still be in love? The ache in my heart says yes. The voices around me say it would be a mistake. But then I've always made my own way. I have loved another so completely, but still I love you. We have both grown in our feelings, minds, and wisdom, and once again our paths have crossed. This time I think we need to do something to put my heart at ease. Fate is trying its hardest to push us together, and sometimes it is best to flow freely with fate. I have come to a place of peace in my life, of understanding and of patience, and I feel that you have too. This may be a sign that at last we are ready for each other, and that this world and the people in it are ready for us. So, Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine, as I said before I started reading, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. So what I'm feeling with this one for you is be mindful of something that is tugging at old heartstrings, because it's not necessarily going to be for your highest and best. Use your awareness, please. Expand out. Be the space that you truly be. Use our expanding out tools. Just get your awareness really, really, really active, and your allowance really active, so you can see the truth of what is there before you. Okay. When there's a few different schools of thought around paths and fate, and if you dive into your Akashic records, for example, and if you know about your Akashic records, then you'll know that it's all is written, right? That's the fun part. All is written. But at the same time, you can still have free choice. Okay. The funny thing is that with the newest information that I have to me around the Ho'oponopono, is there's a space where you are truly in touch with intuition and your the space of inspiration. And the place that paths and fate sit is where our ideas about control and manipulation sit, and judgment, and putting it external to us. When you are the world, you are the universe. You are part of the universe. You're part of the collective. Don't know if I'm making sense today with that one. Basically, I'm saying just be aware of where you're choosing to put stuff outside of you as opposed to looking within, and really being in your heart space. Watch out for the karma stuff coming up this month. Clear it out. And if there is a certain person that has come up into your world again, clean and clear the ties. Clean and clear that old energy and those old filters so that you can see them for exactly who they are. And if you still wish to go there, fucking go. Enjoy. But make sure. It's like when you buy a used car. You want to buy a car that's been cleaned and polished and, manicured nicely and all of that sort of stuff. You don't want to buy a car that's covered in muck. So do that cleaning. Okay? Hope that made more sense. Oh, dear me. Okay, let me go back up. All right, Melinda, we're getting there, my beautifuls. And Leanne is next. 26. Solitude for Melinda. I sit here alone but not lonely. I'm thinking of you and how long it will be till we are together again. We can survive, you and me. We are strong and the bond grows every day. I miss you and you miss me. And while we are together, we will never be lonely. Oh, my Lord! Melinda, this person who is calling to you from another lifetime. Oh, goodness gracious. They are calling out to you. Truth, have they been re-embodied this lifetime? Yes, they have. There is a space of distance between you two. Let's see if I can tap in. It's like you two have got little homing beacons on each other. It's like the Find My Phone app thingy on your phones. It's like, but one or both of you haven't got it activated properly. So, this is hilarious. So it's like, if it is you that doesn't have your homing beacon, your Find Me app activated, clean and clear on that. Do the Ho'oponopono on it. If you would like to find out who the heck this person is, because I get the sense I've been calling for a bloody long time, and I get they've been re-embodied. It's not like it's the past loved one in the spirit form. No. This is not them. This is this other person, this other spirit that is calling. It's like, hello, get out of my heaven, Melinda. I'm waiting for you. Hello. So yes, clean and clear on that one, please, love. And let's see what magic you can create and how quickly you can actualize that one. Like I said, February is a lot of karmic stuff, but it's also a lot of stuff around new beginnings. So that could definitely be something that will come up into your life. It will be a fabulous moment of expansion. It'll be something really lovely to open up your heart with, to melt some of those barriers and stuff. It won't always be easy. There'll be things there'll be little challenges that'll come up, but yeah. First, you have to do the Find Me app. Activate that thing in you. All right. Leanne, hopefully you're still floating around. Let me just catch up on some chats before I go too much further. Yeah, shout back. Hello. Yes, hello. Oh, dearie me. Leanne, let me check out you, please. Aww. Okay. Leanne, keep your gorgeous smile shining and your wonderful eyes bright. Keep your arms ready and your heart open. Keep your mind receptive and your soul peaceful. So this was actually written on my birthday. in 1999, a long time ago. And at the blurb at the bottom might be quite relevant. A birthday poem from me, to me, from me, about me. A gentle reminder to be me and never become hard or bitter no matter what happens. Happy 21st to me. The weekend that I lost my best friend, that my family paid a surprise visit, I announced our engagement, and a letter from my father, who I'd been estranged from for, at that point, what was it, 11, 12, 13 years, sent me into shock and off to counselling. And in that week, also, my push bike got stolen. What an interesting week that was. So no matter what happens, Leanne, no matter what crops up, no matter what stuff comes at you from any direction, whether it be, family, friends, strangers, things happening within your home, keep shining. Okay? Because it's that will steady you in those storms. Okay? And obviously you're surrounded by some really amazing people these days, and that's just so beautiful. So beautiful. So keep bringing them in, keep opening up, keep allowing yourself to be loved. And as I said, keep your arms ready. Keep your heart open, keep your mind receptive and your soul peaceful. Don't get caught up in all the rubbish. Don't get caught up in the distractions. Do your practices, keep peaceful. I love you, beautiful one. Thank you for being with us tonight. I appreciate you so much. All righty. And I just need to make a double check. Cool. You guys are so awesome. I love it. And yes, Anna, it was a lot. Turning 21 was very traumatic for me. If only I could have tuned into my awareness at 21, I wouldn't have made some interesting choices at that time. But you know what? While we can't undo the pathway of our past, what I can undo is the impacts of that. And it is my responsibility to do that. Thank you so much for that. I need to hear that so much. Bless you, beautiful soul. I love you dearly. I'm grateful. Mwah! Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. We must catch up soon. You wouldn't be you or here if it were different. Exactly. And yet there's so many other options for me and you and everyone else who's here today to be the gift that you are in all sorts of different shapes and forms. So the thing I find interesting is people have it in their minds that they have to be, and I say this a bit tongue-in-cheek, an international superstar to be able to make an impact on the world around them. And that's just not true. I know for a fact that I have had a positive impact on people right from when I was in my 20s being a checkout chick. From other roles in my world where I was an administration manager, where I was, a technical support person on building sites, where I was in childcare, where as a child educator, where I was a disability support person, where I've had so many different types of jobs. The one thing that is the same and the common theme throughout all of them is me. And the magic that I be. Even when I didn't know I was being magic, I was just being freaking friendly. But that is my magic. And we are always going to come up against people who don't get your magic, who are intimidated by your magic, even if it is just friendliness. The real true strength is being able to sit in your magic, be with your magic, and not judge the other people for judging you. It's like you've just got to be an allowance of it and go, do you know what? I get it. You don't get me. And this is what I had to learn from my family, because my family don't freaking get me. They don't know how to handle this. Like, how the hell do you handle someone who sees ghosts when you can't? How the hell do you handle someone who can perceive the energies that are not spoken about, the emotions that aren't spoken about? How the hell do you handle that when you can't perceive that? Right? So it's okay. It's okay that people don't get you. And the more that you become okay with that, the more that the people do get you, the more people that do get you will start to come in, and they'll push away. There'll be no more space for those who don't get you. So, for example, being the ex-people pleaser that I am, I used to bend over backwards for my family. I still love family. I still am incredibly loyal to my family, but I'm more loyal now to the family that I choose, not necessarily my blood family. And I used to get so upset. I was heartbroken every time that Christmas would roll around and they wouldn't message me to say Merry Christmas. I live in a whole other country and they couldn't be bothered. It's not like you can forget it's Christmas. I would be really, really upset when my mother wouldn't message me to say happy birthday. I'm her eldest child, her only girl, and my birthday is a day before hers. It used to hurt me so bad. This Christmas, nobody messaged me. I didn't send them a Christmas card, which is the first year ever I haven't sent Christmas cards to them, except for my niece and nephew, who do actually give a shit about me. And it's just, I didn't care. I didn't even register that they hadn't messaged me until the next day, or sent me a message, or done a comment underneath my post, or there was just nothing. Radio silence, crickets. And I didn't care. I'm now in a place of peace with them, and I can now see the gifts of who they are and how they've helped to shape me. Some of it's been great. Some of it's been not so great. Some of it's been stuff that I've had to heal from and learn from, and it's okay. That was part of our path. That was part of our karmic contract. There's a lot of that karmic shit that is being cleansed and cleared at the moment. And by this, at the moment, I mean the last few years. Right? So I've got a very interesting past from what I can see. And I love it. I love all of it. I'm grateful. I don't necessarily love all of it. I'm grateful for it because it's all given me something. And it helps me to connect with you all. We just have to be our unique selves to make an impact. Correct, Leanne. So correct. They're all caring roles. Yes and no. People focused, definitely. Definitely. Proud to be humble. I'm still an Aries after all. I like tooting my own horn from time to time. Oh dear. Can I pre-clean February? Just keep doing the work, love. You've got this. You've got this. Oh, thank you, Nicole. You're still the best person in our life on here, and we love you. I love you too. I love you, love you, love you. All right, Nicole, 55. Clouds. As the clouds roll by and I lay watching, a type of peace comes over me. Stopped. My thoughts, my worrying, my troubles. For just a short while, I am me, laying there on the grass, watching the clouds as they roll by. Right. So, Nicole, while this is a lovely poem, the worries, troubles, and thoughts referred to here are about some very heated discussions I had with my mum about how I had made the wrong choice being with the guy, and I went into defense of my decisions, all the while being very worried as to what that decision would mean for me and the relationship with my family. And once again, the earth gifts me the space of peace and tranquility. So no matter what happens in your life, whether it be troubles with the family, whether it be a long-term friendship that is just sort of like going, what the hell? The one thing that is consistent and always there for you is Mother Earth and Father Sky. They are always there for you. And giving yourself the space to breathe and to just be, to give yourself that moment to focus on something that does not require your brain to think, that is the gift of meditation. Mother Earth, being able to just sit and watch the trees as they blow in the breeze, is incredibly soothing to the soul and to the brain. It can pull you out of being in survival mode really quick. It can take you out of survival into emotional, which is quite often why we get a little bit like teary when we see beautiful things. Like when we've been in survival state for too long, moving into emotional state can be quite full on. But once you sort of get to the space where you're like, do you know what? It doesn't matter if I cry. It's beautiful to cry. I'm crying because it's so stunningly beautiful. Next thing you know, you're moving into your smart brain state where you can actually be tapping into your intuition with a lot more ease, and the space of oneness with the universe and everything is just like, and when you get really practiced at it, you can do that fairly quickly. So your team is like, it's time for you to practice that more. Spend time with nature, spend time looking at the clouds, preferably not while you're sitting at the traffic lights. So just pull over to the side of the road for a bit and just then look at the clouds, okay? So yes, Mother Earth and Father Sky are always there for you. You're never, ever alone. Even when you're dead, you're never alone. Because in death, we become reunited with our spirit family and with the collective in the spirit form. Okay? So obviously you still have your team around you. You have Mother Earth physically. You can feel Mother Earth. That's why lying on the nice grass, preferably ones without ants and stuff biting you, is really nice. That's why going and hugging a tree can be really nice. If you're not up to tree hugging, just touching the branches can be lovely. Sitting on a rock. While you might think, oh, well, the rock doesn't have life. It does. It has life. It has consciousness. Cool. Please do it. If that's what you're getting to do, please do it. I've been actually listening to and tapping into a really interesting part of me this week, which is the Celtic side of me. And I've been slowly creating a playlist in my Spotify album of Celtic songs and Celtic inspired songs. And there is just something between the drum and the singing that just, it hits me in a really, really different way. And it's familial stuff. I'm getting it as that karmic stuff from when I was alive in those times. And I know I have family ties back there. But yeah, there is some deep stuff going on right now. So don't be surprised, any of you, if you've got stuff that's coming up, old stuff that just feels like, where the hell did this come from? It's karmic stuff. It's okay. All of our planets are in direct at the moment. I don't proclaim to know a lot about astrology. I trust in the people that do. And there's a lot of, many people are all saying very similar things at the moment. And so it is, when we've got planets in direct, stuff is very in your face. But stuff can be very in your face in a good way too, because there's the balance there. If you've been doing the work, the good stuff will be coming. Cool. That's good to be letting go of the things that you don't wish to have, that don't contribute to you anymore. But always give them some gratitude. Say, wish them well. This is something from, what's her name? Marie Kondo, I think is her name, where it's like, even if it's, I don't know, like, let's say this cup, and I've decided, and I get the sense that this is no longer for me anymore, I'll be like, thank you so much, cup, for everything that you have contributed to me. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being in my life. And now it's time to let you go. So make sure you do that, especially with the things that are a bit trickier to let go of. Mm-hmm. All right. So just while I have a little drink of water, before we slip into our evening meditation, I will remind you that these are still available. Just catching up on the old chat there. Cool. Bye, Anna. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you watch the replay and catch the meditation tonight. All right, everybody. Take a big, deep breath, please. And breathing out. Allow your shoulders to relax. Take another big, deep breath in. Bring your Mother Earth energy all the way up. And breathing out, bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Beautiful. Mother Earth energy all the way up. Father Sky energy all the way down. Bringing the unconditional love and Mother Earth energy all the way up. And the gratitude for everything and everyone while the Father Sky energy comes all the way down. Now we're going to expand out. Expanding out your awareness, out beyond your body, your awareness of everything and everyone, expanding it out. For those of you who haven't done this very much, you might find this part of the process a little uncomfortable, but just keep rolling with it. And even if you don't have good imagination, you're like, I can't imagine that. Your body knows what to do. Your spirit, your being knows what to do. It's just happy to come and play. Expanding out your awareness, out to the size of the room that you're in. All 4 spots on the ceiling, down onto the floor, in a big bubble. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the size of the building that you're in, up into the sky, down into the earth. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the country that you're in. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the planet. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the solar system. You might be noticing that your body is just starting to relax now. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the galaxies. Expanding out your awareness, greater than the universes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just giving you guys a moment just to get comfortable with that space. Beautiful. So keeping your awareness nice and expanded out. Focus on your body once again and grab your sense of allowance. Now your sense of allowance as you expand it out to fill up the room that you're in is the ability to perceive, know, receive, and be aware of all the energies around you from no point of view. You go from being the tight, contracted, with barriers up, little pebbles at the bottom of a raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions, where you feel bashed and battered about and blindsided by life because you're literally in a huddled up ball and you can't see a damn thing, to becoming like a big, fluffy, floaty cloud above the raging river, where you see the raging river for exactly what it is. It is just energy. Expanding out your allowance out beyond the size of the building that you're in a lovely big bubble, up into the sky and down into the earth. Expanding out your allowance beyond the size of the country that you're in. Expanding out your allowance beyond the size of the planet. Expanding out your allowance beyond the size of the solar system. And just perceive your body every time we expand out just that little bit more in your allowance. It just relaxes just that little bit deeper. The tension starts rolling away from your muscles and your bones. Expanding out your allowance beyond the galaxies. Expanding out your allowance beyond the universes. And now expanding out your allowance beyond your awareness. Take a big deep breath in. Hold it for a little bit. And now breathing out. If you feel like you require to move your body around a little bit to let those muscles release, please do so now. If you feel like you're just happy to remain still, then please do that. Whatever works for you. So today we are going to be using that beautiful process that came through intuitively. I'd like you to imagine, if you wish to hold one hand behind your head, between your ears, place the other hand on your low belly. And now imagine bringing Mother Earth energy up through your feet, through your legs, through your spine, through your heart, all the way up, through your throat, through the center of your brain, all the way up to the crown. And now it floats back through the point behind your hand or between your hand and your scalp. It comes back down through the heart, coming to the front of your body, moving down across the front of your body, through your belly, down to around your base chakra, moves back up your spine, up through your heart, comes out the front of your body, moves up your face and around your head, down the back of your head, through between your hand or over your hand, through your hand, down the back of your neck, down, 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 through your heart, over your belly, where it is calming and soothing all of those rough and raw emotions that are sitting in your belly area, We hold on to so much pain and heartache in our bellies. That's why for some of us, we have lovely big bellies. So we've been holding on to all the shock, pain, trauma, and heartache. It's the only place your body could put it is in your belly. Going down, around, through your base chakra, cleansing and clearing as it goes. Every time it's coming up through your heart, it's cleansing and clearing again, moving up past your face, moving down through that spot behind your head, cleansing and clearing any and all energies through there. Comes down back through your spine, through to your heart area. It's been cleansed and cleared again because Mother Earth is running right up through your heart area right now. We're going to keep cycling that one around, down through your belly, around your base chakra, through those reproductive organs, all the way back up your back, up your spine, getting all those lovely spinal fluids flowing properly, giving them a little bit of a boost to carry on up to the brain, coming up through your heart once again, through your chest, up your face and down your back of your head, over your shoulder blades, all the way back down through your heart. And keep cycling that around. And now that we've done it very slowly and methodically, I'd like you to imagine that on your upwards breath, with the Mother Earth energy that we're so used to doing, when the energy hits your base chakra, breathe it in, bring it all the way back up through your heart, through to the top of your head, and then as you breathe out, bring that energy down through the back of your head, through your heart, over your belly, through the base chakra area, then breathing in. Bring it up to the top, circling it back down through your heart, bringing it all the way back down, bringing it up. And now cycling it back down. And once more, bring it all the way up. And bring it all the way back down. Release your hands. Allow them to lay where they are comfortable. And if you feel or perceive any energies that are remaining along any of those lines, which are still stuck or stagnant, you can keep doing this process for a while. You might feel the requirement to swap hands from the belly to the back of the head, because it could be, of course, that maybe it's more your womanly side, your feminine side, that is holding so much of those emotions. So they might require to be down around your belly, so that's your left hand, while your right hand might require to be up at the head. They will feel different. Play with it. Play with both hands. Experiment with yourself as to what clears, what feels like it's clearing. And remember that when you reach resistance, it's often the spot that you require to stay. Stay, feel the resistance, and move through it anyway. Resistance is not a no. Resistance is the ego. The ego having a little baby tantrum. So as I'm speaking here right now, keep breathing that energy through and around and up and down and through and around and up and down. allowing the heart space, that unconditional love, to cleanse and clear all of the energies that are floating around. You are the infinite energy. Beautiful. Now take both hands and rest them on your heart space. Feel the warmth of your hands and perceive the gratitude from your hands coming through from Father Sky through into your heart, moving out any of those old toxic energies, those old belief systems, those old points of views that are no longer serving you, and replacing them all with gratitude and the unconditional love of Mother Earth. Give yourselves a big, big hug. Thank yourself. If there's any spots or spaces which are still tight, let's do some ho'oponopono on those. So focus on them and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And now as you allow your body, your arms, your shoulders, your legs, your neck, your belly, your back, everything to relax. So you can just be present in the space right now, right here. What are you aware of right this moment? Is there any messages from your teams that would like to come through to you directly rather than through me? Just going to give you a little moment to be open to hearing those messages. Beautiful. You will retain those messages. After this meditation, you'll be able to write them down, tap them into your phone, whatever is required for you to record those messages so that you can reflect on them later. And if you don't feel like you're receiving any messages at all, but all you're receiving feels a bit like comfort and support, maybe you're getting tingles on your arms, or warmth, or cool little breezes, maybe you're getting goosebumps. All of that is your message. Smile and feel gratitude for the ones that are delivering it. And even if there's nothing more, then your body just relaxes that little bit more. That's perfectly okay too. And that's exactly what is required for you right in this very moment. And now imagine that you're standing underneath a big, beautiful waterfall. And the water is flowing over and through and down and around you, cleansing and clearing any other residues of energies from today that are ready to go. Just washing them away into the big, big tide pool, getting ready to be transmuted into other energies, other things by Mother Nature, because she's just so amazing and powerful and magical like that. And now as you step out onto a lovely, big, warm river rock, you feel the warmth of Mother Earth underneath your feet. And now as we breathe in, we're going to once again just strengthen that bond with Mother Earth by bringing that energy, her beautiful, nourishing, nurturing energy, magical, alchemic energy, all the way up through your body. And strengthening your bond with Father Sky, bringing Father Sky energies all the way down through your body. And Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Mother Earth energy and unconditional love for everything and everyone all the way up. And now Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And when you're ready, open your eyes, give yourself a little stretch. So I'm going to remind you now to please have some water. Have a little salt, Himalayan salt or something similar to that would be perfect. Your body requires the salt in the water after it does energetic work. So that's why we tend to reach for the chippies and things like that, salty things when we're stressed, because it's energetic work. Especially for us beautiful, intuitive, empathic people. So as you carry on in your week, please remember to have some fun this week. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to those around you. You're going to have a great week. And if it's a bit challenging, that's okay. Look for the gifts. Look for what you can do with this to your best advantage and to the best advantage of those around you. I adore you all. Thank you all so much for being with me. Thank you so much for supporting each other. I'm so incredibly grateful for you all. Get out there this weekend. Do something tasty for yourself. Until next time, be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful friends. Bye-bye.